Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Just Adri. My name is Adriana and I'm so glad you could join me today. Alright y'all, so I'm back again with another anime review. This time I'm reviewing the first season of Yashahime. So if you want to see my opinions that you didn't ask for, stay tuned. Let's see, I remember completely the very first night that I ever watched Inuyasha. I think I was like 12 or 13 years old. I had just gotten back from an event in Atlanta with my cousins, so they dropped me off at like 11 or whatever time it used to come on Adult Swim. And so I sat down, I watched it. The very first episode I watched was the third episode, Down the Well and Back Again. I think that's what it was called. It was the episode that introduced Yura. I fell in love. I'm like, oh my god, like this is nothing like Pokemon, because Inuyasha was actually the first adult anime I ever watched. I'm like, this is nothing like Pokemon, like this is so good. So after that I was hooked, did a whole deep dive into the fandom. I wrote fan fictions. I was obsessed with Inuyasha back in the early 2000s. Okay, that was my jam. So of course, you know, when I heard they made a sequel, Yashahime Half Demon Princess, of course I was like, I'm so in, let me watch this, let me see what this is about. Even though I was kind of late to the party, I found out like months after it aired. So if you don't know, I'll give you a brief summary. Yashahime tells the story of three teenage girls, that two are the daughter of Shishomaru, Toa and Setsuna, and one is the daughter of Inuyasha, Moroha. And they go on adventures. Well, first we start off with the story. There's an incident that occurs and Toa is transported to the modern era, where she's stuck for about 14 years. Well, not 14, until she's 14, she stays there. Then another incident occurs. I'm trying not to give spoilers. And Moroha and Setsuna are also sent to the modern world, where they reunite with Toa. And so together the three of them return to the feudal era, where they go on a series of adventures that leads to the first season's big bad. Alright, so what are my opinions on the show? Let's get into it. Alright, so first let me talk about the storyline. Because Yashahime is a sequel, it's very hard to separate the anime from Inuyasha, and I guess you're not supposed to since it's a sequel, but anyway. Compared to Inuyasha, I would say that the first season of Yashahime's story is not as strong as the first season of Inuyasha's. And the reason for that is because at times, Yashahime can feel a bit, all over the place. It's like, linear. Oh, wait, that happened. Linear. Oh, also this happened. It's kind of like if they rearranged the episodes, it might make more sense. That's the first thing. And also, Yashahime is a bit quicker paced. Now, granted, Inuyasha had like a long, a whole bunch of episodes. I'm thinking, by the way the first season played out, they're not trying to have as many episodes as the original anime did. They're trying to keep it, more condensed, a few seasons. But even despite the fact that Inuyasha had all those episodes, I feel like the pacing was better because it was a slower burn compared to Yashahime, which throws stuff at you like that. Like that. What I will say that I like about Yashahime is that in the first episode, it picks up right where the final act left off. So it does a good job integrating the previous story with this new story. So I think that's actually pretty nice. Alright, let's talk about the characters and the acting. So because English dub Inuyasha is near and dear to my little old heart, I watch Yashahime in English dub. As if you don't know, like I said on my Fruits Basket review, if anime has an English dub and it's actually good, I'm going to watch the anime in English dub, because I feel like sometimes scenes hit better when they're in your native language. So if I was like fluent in French, I would probably watch the dub in French. I usually will watch animes in both languages, but I just prefer the dub. That's just me. To have your opinions. If you like songs better, that's you. But I just prefer dubs. Okay. So with that being said, most of the original cast from Inuyasha and the cast from Final Act, because you know Kagome had a different voice actress in the Final Act, so they all come back to reprise their role. Let's see, the most notable exception to this is Ian James Corlett, who now voices Moroku because unfortunately Kirby Morrow has passed away. So he's the new voice for Moroku, at least for the first season. I haven't watched the second season yet, so I don't know if he's still doing Moroku, but he probably is. So because the voice actors are the same, it has a consistency to the acting. I will say that in Yashahime, they sound a bit less enthusiastic as compared to Inuyasha. And the Final Act, I don't know how to explain it. It's something a little different. It's something a little different about how they're acting. That could be because they're older, or it could be that Yashahime is kind of going for a different vibe. I'm not sure, but it's a little different. As far as characters go, the main three, they're fine. Like, they're not the most captivating anime protagonists that you'll ever see. Toa and Setsuno especially, that's subjective, but as far as my opinion, they're not that, you know, Moroha, on the other hand, I really enjoyed her. She's pretty funny. She has her funny moments in the first season, so.
Hey, what's the matter? Our bounty's waiting.
Sorry, but Setsuna and I really aren't that interested in making money.
Not interested? It's 1,000 mon! That's a whole year's worth of rice!
Why are you so set on us coming with you anyway?
Huh? Well, I mean, because, you know, because we're friends.
We're friends? Demon slayers and bounty hunters may be rivals, but not friends.
Fine, do whatever you want! I can handle this job all by myself! You're a bunch of dummies! And your mama's a human, so there! Bleh.
So's yours.
You know, they're fine. Inuyasha characters, when you do see them, they're basically the same. They haven't changed. So, alright, I would say that the biggest negative character-wise that I have so far, the antagonists don't feel like they can run a fade as much as the protagonists did in Inuyasha, the original. Like, the new protagonist is not giving Naraku, it's not giving Bankotsu, Kagura, you know, they just not giving what they supposed to give, like, basically. So, that's the only thing. First season, you know, give it some grace. Maybe next season they'll get more, you know, about it. So we'll just have to see. All right, lastly, let me talk about the animation and the art style. So the art style for Yashahime is similar to the Final Act. I would say that I think that in Yashahime, they drew their eyes just slightly bigger. And I think their features are slightly, there's like ever so slightly more rounded. So that's the biggest difference between those two. But Yashahime compared to Inuyasha, yeah, they look different. It's noticeably different. But you know what? Aesthetically, I think it's nice. I personally prefer the original Inuyasha's look because it had like a darker lighting to it. And I think their eyes look better. The size in the first series was fine. They didn't have to get big, but yeah, it's not a major difference, but it's just noticeable. I find the animation in Yashahime to be fluid, similar to the Final Act. They use CGI elements, so you have that added animation in there, so it looks nice. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Inuyasha will always have a place in my anime library. The Final Act will too, since it's the conclusion, even though I didn't like it as much as Inuyasha. As far as Yashahime goes, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see how it pans out. But for first season, I think it was okay. Could it have been better? Yes. But was it horrible? No, I didn't think it was horrible. So, would I recommend you watch Yashahime? If you like Inuyasha and you want to see the story continue and see what the characters do next, yes, I recommend it. So I would give Yashahime season 1 a grade of B-. I hope I actually do the animation since I'm doing this. Alright y'all, so that is all for today's video. Comment below what you would give the first season of Yashahime. If you give it an A, an L, a C, whatever have you. It's all subjective. We all have our opinions. But yeah, if you like this video, feel free to hit the like button. Also, if you want to see me do more anime reviews in the future and more Asian drama reviews, the next one that I'm going to do will be on Girl From Nowhere. Child. When I tell you there's a complete difference between Yashahime and Girl From Nowhere. But yeah, that's going to be the next one. Girl From Nowhere is a Thai drama. It's a lot. So yeah, so hit the what was I saying? Yeah, hit the subscribe button if you want to see me do more reviews in the future. I'll be here on YouTube. I tend to post weekly. Sometimes I skip a week or two. Either way, I'll post again in the future. Again, thank y'all so much for watching and have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Bye.